All right, guys, how's everybody doing? This is the RGN Intercontinental, our European region. I am Sprawl. By my side is Laser Jesus. We've got one heck of a match in the books for you today. It's going to be Orbit versus Avenue. We've already spawned here on Cash. Pistol round's about to go live. How's it going with you, Laser? Are you excited about this or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, especially because we got Makalele standing in. Not only is this my first match ever casting for him, but how is it going to affect Orbit? I mean, they were the old nostalgia before Makalele when I first started betting on them. Oh, wait a minute, though. Orbit, Jumpy takes down Chris, quickly traded off by Vin, though, for Avenue. And this A-bomb site is on the verge of being split in just a moment here. From CT2 coming in. Avenue really needs this pistol round, otherwise Orbit clear favorite in this match. Oh, but they're falling down to a 2 versus 3 right now on the bomb site. Almost taken. Yet to get that bomb down, but there it goes. Hytaro and Arndt, the last two. And again, this pistol round is so critical for them, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it as it's only down to Arndt. Has a nice flank onto Skitten, but still 2 more to look for. Makalele flanks all the way around and takes him down. But let me finish that thought real quick at the beginning. With Makalele standing in, I mean, this could easily turn into the Makalele op show. But, I mean, does it help or hinder Avenue's chances here by him being a stand-in? I'm not too sure, because Orbit has definitely suffered some upsets before.
Certainly, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. As looks like, actually, Makalele sticking with his USPS. That's going to be a sniper rifle for this round. It's going to be a mid-rush from the CTs, eco round from them. Push it right through the smoke, and as of now, we're going to see 1 frag onto Jumpy, a second onto Makalele, but Skitten will fire back, and we're going to have Maxi with 1 as well. But this is a great eco thus far. We do see that the bomb is on Skitten right now. Pipe is now entering into this A site, will drop SHK at forklift, so it's all up to... Oh, my game crashed, so I'll let you continue.
Oh, that's a first, huh? But
Arndt,
he has picked up the AK here, and he has Saitaro flanking in from the spawn. So Orbit bringing this from a 5v3 to a 2v2. Definitely don't want to lose this anti-eco round, and oh, Saitaro goes down. Arndt with the flank, can't make that AK work. And that's going to be a quick 2-0 for Orbit, albeit an expensive one. Avenue, I don't think they really bought up all that much. Yeah, judging off their money, they didn't go with armor or anything, so definitely a worthwhile buy for them, just to buy a few pistols. And for Orbit, you know, oh man, but here comes Avenue buying a lot more pistols, so not really expecting a double op setup or anything from them. But Orbit can't lose too many guns here, but I'm not too sure how worried they are versus Avenue. Avenue, very limited information on them, but like I said, Orbit has suffered some unlikely upsets before. So this round, again, Orbit trying to retain control of the middle. Saitaro again, man, Avenue with pistols going to town. Actually, it's just Saitaro by his lonesome, dropping everybody here at the middle. That's Makalele and the Law. So again, Orbit struggling to hold their guns. Skitten does finally take down Saitaro, but Orbit seems to collect themselves after they lose these first couple of frags. But 3-on-3, bomb site A still the target. All 3 rounds in a row here. I'm wondering if Orbit's going to do a fast B or something to that effect next round. But still, 2 versus 2, trading kills. But importantly, Avenue has yet to pick up any guns. Still just rocking these pistols. And now down to SHK. Again, here in a 1 versus 2. Man, finally gets that pistol shot onto Jumpy. Down to 6 HP though. Skitten's 1 shot as well though. So if Avenue can take this, it's going to be so massive for them. SHK peeking around the site. Skitten coming up the middle. It's 1 shot. 1 shot is going to decide all of this. And in my mind, whether Avenue's going to have much of a chance or not, Skitten has to be the man to take the first move, and he does, and SHK goes down. That's 2 rounds now that Avenue really had a good shot at winning on an eco round.
Yeah, great eco rounds from Avenue, but definitely they were poised to win them. That's the thing, especially in that 1v1, but Skitten was able to get the 4K, so definitely carrying his team at least in that round. That's going to mean that they're up to a 3-0 scoreline here, but not a heck of a lot of money compared to if they didn't lose as much as on those anti-ecos. So very important to note, if they lose this round, won't have the best economy. We do see rifles on the board for Avenue here, and they're actually taking very quick mid control. We've got Arndt pushed up right close on the other side of the warehouse. And I did want to just let everybody know, it is only one stand-in on Orbit. The Law is Maxi. So just, that's the name difference there, just running under the Law for now. So anyhow, we'll see
no
if he can...
respect to us, using aliases.
Exactly, but maybe he is going to enforce the law on Avenue. I have no idea. Maybe there's some sort of threat in there. I have no idea. But anyhow, we are seeing Makaleli. He's boosted at the moment. He's taken a little bit of damage, peeking up over the boost spot. We'll nade over towards Highway. Arndt is playing up Highway, but not in a location to receive any damage. So just working a slow round here is Orbit. Not a bad idea. They're just trying to feel out their opponent's setup, and that's going to be a beautiful pickup, though, as Saitaro opens things up. Makaleli on the bench. Chris with one as well. So quickly going in the favor of the CTs, as it's going to be another frag for Chris. So Pyth will poke his head out of mid, but Chris still in vents will get dropped. So it's a nice frag there as they push into this B site.
Yeah, and Saitaro had a tall task to take down Makaleli, and he has another one as this take is underway from Orbit. Fortunately for him, he has teammates already rotated in position, so he's not going to have to put that out to use. Oh, he goes down, though. That's Pyth. 1-2. He needs to collect the bomb and get it down right now. This would be a massive 1 versus 4. SHK on the flank. One of his teammates coming out of spawn. Pyth did pick up that AWP. Gets the first one. Looking for on. Oh, my God. That's a 1 versus 4. Pyth. Have mercy. Avenue just looking for their first round. And, oh, like that started out so well for Avenue. Saitaro, I was going to say, he has to deal with Makaleli in the 1 versus 1 in these op battles. He wins that. His team brings it down to a 2 versus 4, a 1 versus 4, and then Pyth. Every time I think Avenue has a chance here, it just gets taken away from them.
Yeah, wow, that was some massive play. And Avenue maybe a little bit shell-shocked there as they expected to win the round, but already we've got Saitaro once again. He's got Makaleli's number, apparently. He keeps putting him down, but it does look like we're going to have a T-side round here once again. Chris, the last one on the field. Yeah, Makaleli's sitting at 0 frag right now, so a little bit uncomfortable maybe as the stand-in position, but like I was saying, Saitaro seems to have his number. He's been dropping him, I believe, at Sandbags. He was the player who was holding there on the eco round, getting some nice frags, so good work by him, but as of now, unfortunately, all that effort is not reflecting on the scoreboard. 5-0 is our scoreline for Orbit. They've found a way out of every difficult situation they've been put in. And I don't know how, but it's happened. And we do have another rifle round in store for us, though.
Yeah, Avenue has been on the cusp of so many round wins. I mean, had a couple, they started out these eco rounds, getting 2 frags, somehow lost it. Had that down to a 1 versus 4 and lost it. And it's pretty funny you see Makaleli sitting at 0-4 because, you know, everybody sees he's standing in for Orbits. I'm sure that swayed the odds just a little bit, and then he comes in and bottom frags so far. So, still, no problem for Orbit, though, as they are up 5 rounds to 0. But again, that score does not tell the story, because this has been very close, but Avenue needs to put rounds on the board on the CT side. They need to pretty much win out at this point if they're going to have a chance. But now Orbit down a man, taken into the bomb site. It's going to be Vin who has to step it up. And he takes down the first 2. And Skitten both go down, but Makaleli finally gets 1 on the board himself. And this take is still on, but it's kind of been staggered a bit. But Orbit is still making their way in. Vin finally goes down. Where is the retake from Avenue? They're taking way too much time, and Makaleli's missing way too many op shots. So it looks like Avenue's finally going to get around. There it is. Good hold from Vin. And Orbit finally shut down at the A bomb site where they've had so much success. Pretty much nothing but until that point.
Yeah, nice rejection there. Finally, Avenue putting a round on the board after they've looked, like we were saying, looked like the rounds were convincing in their favor, but Orbit finds their way back in. So not in that round, though. Like you said, Makaleli, he hit 1 shot to kind of get on the scoreboard, but he missed a bunch as well. So
my job has been done.
Exactly. Yep, that's all you get from my services, guys. So at the moment, we see, again, mid-control from the CTs aren't right underneath the boost. Chris inside of the vents, and actually landing a little bit of damage through the smoke. That was Jumpy just pre-firing through, so Arndt on 67 HP, but the bomb is situated in A main. Looks like, although that last round was stuffed, they're opting to utilize this strategy once again. So right now we see Vin with a very nice angle, takes down Maxi. He was boosted up in the back of Quad on his teammate's head, and we've seen that many times before, but SHK goes down. Pyth with a nice shot. And now it is going to be an A-side X2. Makalele with one as well, but Arndt will put him down. Chris still alive on site. Arndt very close as well. And Chris will put down Jumpy. So it's all up to Skitten and Pyth, as Skitten playing from forklift. He's trying to find a shot as they know there's still a player on site here. Chris working the side of the smoke, though, will get that shot onto Pyth, and it's all up to Skitten as Arndt will go down. 1v2 situation. Seen a lot of action from Skitten already, doing some nice work, and that's a beautiful headshot onto Chris. A 1v1 now as Saitaro will peek out, get a beautiful shot from Truck, as Skitten had no idea the location of the last player. So good shot by Saitaro, and closing out the round 5-2, as, like you were saying, Avenue in a position where they kind of need to win out. 5 rounds on that T side of Cash is already a great situation for Orbit.
Yeah, and you got to expect Orbit to just get a couple more rounds, and it's unfortunate for Avenue they had such a difficult start, because in these previous 2 rounds that they've won, their teamwork looks pretty on point. And let's take a look middle here. This is new to me. Above the boost spot, they have these little rafter things now. I don't know when that was added, but you can nade down from it now. But anyway, hold that stock. Here comes the rush in from Orbit. Gets shut down. 3-4 unanswered. This is an easy hold for Avenue. Even getting some pistol kills is SHK. So that's the 3rd in a row for Avenue. And this time, importantly, they didn't lose any guns. So their money was looked real low starting that last round. But yeah, what's up with those rafters? How new are they? Or how blind am I? I don't know.
You're talking about for like the boost as the T's would boost over mid?
Yeah.
I think that those have been there? I could be wrong, though. I could be completely wrong, but as far as I know, I don't think they've made any changes recently, so... Anyhow, we'll touch on that between... We'll talk about that between maps and see if we can come to a conclusion on that, but anyhow... We are live here, round number 8, or round number 9, rather. 3-5 is the scoreline, and it's a slow play from Orbit. We can see a couple of their players, Skyten and, or Skitten rather, and Jumpy. They're going to be nading out through mid-warehouse. They've got their smoke situated in a way that they have a wall that they can make it all the way over to vents, but that Molotov from the CTs will prevent that play, at least momentarily. Makalele right outside of the vents. He's got Maxi in the bomb carrier. They're going to go down, though, to Chris. Finally, Makalele will come through into checkered. But the frags have been dealt, and it's now a 2v4 as Jumpy is very, very lit, still in mid. Makalele will recover the bomb here, but very difficult situation as Avenue looks poised to take another round, but Jumpy will take one as he's going to come through Z connector, tries to get a quick scope there onto SHK, but won't be able to connect. So a 2v3 as Jumpy will go down. It's all up to Makalele.
Yeah, and his best bet probably would have been to take B right away, but now he's going back towards A, and there's nobody really there. There's only one lurking at the middle area, and I think he might have heard him. I'm not too sure. Yes, he has. He's going for the nade, which kind of gives his position away to Makalele. Oh, but that's his only chance to get an op shot off. He is going to be able to get the bomb down. No, he doesn't plan safe, and he gets his ankle shot off. That's a horrible way to die. Just bleeding out of your ankles.
Very painful. Very painful.
So, yeah. What went wrong for Orbit there, I mean, Avenue getting these opening pushes and everything, and Orbit unable to collect themselves and hit a site properly. They did take down a few guns, but for Avenue, I just got to reiterate that had they not had that horrible start, this score would have been so different. We could have been seeing like an 8-1, something like that, even, or like 7-2 or something. Because at this point in the game, their CT is looking really confident, and down goes Makalele again. This time, only pistol, but he has been pretty quiet so far. And look at this. Even on an eco round, anti-eco round, Avenue is having so much success with these pushes that they're feeling confident enough to go for them. And we'll see if Orbit can start punishing that. But this round, Orbit, I'm not sure what their initial plan was, because they just got fragged right away. Usually on eco round for the terrorists, you see them try to bust somewhere right away. And now finally coming out middle with the remainder of their forces, or at least 2/3 of it, as the bomb is flanking back towards A. This is a pretty broken eco round for Orbit. They have gotten a gun in the hands of Jumpy, and Skitten has a deagle. I don't think anything's going to come of this just yet. They are going to group at middle and hit the B bomb site. Problem is, whatever bomb site they go to is a 2 versus 2, and they'll be walking into the clutches of the waiting opponents. And it looks like it is going to be A, and they're going to be coming from middle, where SHK is already posted on, so I don't see this having much success. As slowly making their way up, but oh my god, SHK looks away, never mind. He takes down Jumpy, and now getting flat. The guy can't get that Beetle, and another round where Avenue walks away with minimal losses to their economy. And at this point, both teams gotten 5 rounds in a row up until this point. So nicely done by Avenue, but again, it's just too bad that they had such a bad start.
Yeah, definitely, because those rounds were super close, and it wasn't that it was a bad start that they didn't play well, it's just that they didn't close those rounds. They were very close to taking them, but the individual clutches from Orbit were able to bring them back, so definitely, if they look back at this, if they do end up losing this map, that's kind of the tape that they can look at and be like, okay, how did we lose those rounds that we were oh so close to grabbing? So here we are, though. It is a tie score line, like you were saying, the last 5 in a row have been taken by Avenue. So at the moment, we've got a slow default play from the T side, just kind of working all of the angles. Now they're retreating from the B side of the map, so it's going to be Maxi actually boosting up. Makalele hits a shot, but Maxi will go down. So 1-for-1 trade as Makalele looks to be posted up inside of A. He's already made it out to Forklift, so he does have Pipe from Squeaky Door as well, but makes some noise at that door, and we will see SHK go down in sight, though, but Skitten on the other side of the map will go down. Jumpy on the bench as well. So with 3v2, Makalele will get a leg shot, but it's not going to be enough here as Saitaro and Arndt are able to retake before they're even able to basically take control of that site. So another good round from Avenue. Some picks going in the way of Orbit, but Avenue's team play, their CT side, looking pretty solid here.
And it wouldn't be Counter-Strike if we didn't have at least one pause in the match.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I think it was Orbit who paused, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was Skitten. So we'll see what the issue is there. Please, no DDoS. Don't want to play this offline. I'd like to see the rest of this match. I mean, Avenue, 6 in a row. And had they started their flawless CT run earlier, and Orbit would be in trouble. But Orbit has already put up the numbers necessary on the board to have a good shot, no matter what happens the rest of this half, against Avenue's T side, which for their sake I hope is ready, because I know Orbit is pretty strong on this map, at least from what I can remember. Again, having Makalele in the lineup might change things, but you got to figure that his raw fragging ability alone should make up for the lack of teamwork that'll be as an effect of not having your full squad. So let's see what Orbit's doing here. 5 rifles across the board, no AWP. They are coming up on this B bomb site. Ooh, crippling nade onto the Max Zaki. Down to Hack, and then the teamwork of Orbit Avenue starts coming in. Oh, but no, it's Orbit who takes the bomb site. Makalele and Pipe both get a frag apiece, which leaves Avenue in a very difficult position. And the rotate everywhere is just smoked off right now, except for the heaven. Somebody bought smoke. And 3 people. Nobody's on the flank, and that's pretty bad for Avenue. They're going to have to try to bust out of the heavens with multiple people. And SHK still waiting on the other side of this smoke. So, really holding back Avenue is Orbit, but here they come, coming out of the spawn. 2 frags unanswered. Where are the trades from Orbit right now? Skitten's on the flank, but it's going to be only Pipe. Where is he? It's a free bomb site for them. Oh, they planted in the open. They trade. It was planted for Checkers down to a 1 versus 1. The Vin peeks out, and finally a round for Orbit. And that was a very dangerous position. That diffuser was down to like a second.
Yeah, that was very, very close, and we saw it all open up just because those guys on site opted to peek. We had one look up towards heaven, and Saitaro was just waiting so patiently, moving his crosshair around, just hoping for someone to peek out from that main bomb box, and eventually it happened. So they got those early picks into, well, I wouldn't say early, as they didn't have a lot of time once they got those picks, but we saw they were able to hold the site, so Orbit puts one on the board after it was 6 in a row for the CTs, but here we are. We're going to have frags being traded right away. Makalele on the bench, but Arndt will feel the fury as well, so SHK taking some damage. Feel the fury.
I like it.
We have the bomb down over near mid, but Chris will drop Maxi over near back of B halls, so some entries for the CTs. They do have the advantage here, and Vin pushed up very aggressively right outside, or inside of A main rather. The T's right outside of A main. So we'll see if he opts to push out and get aggressive, but they're setting actually 2 terrorists up over the boost. So depending on when Vin peeks out, he would have heard Skitten drop there, so some information for his teammates. But it is going to be a mid-control play, at least momentarily here. As SHK should be able to hear that now Skitten moving up towards Highway, but 30 seconds left on the clock. It does look like we're going to have a B-side play as Chris pushing up, gets dropped by Jumpy. That's the opening they were looking for. And they're going to be able to take this bomb site for free, but SHK will be on the flank. Will drop Pyth? No, doesn't drop Pyth. 22 HP left on him, but Vin will be on the flank here. Should be able to take off Pyth. It is a 3v3 retake.
Yeah, and finally he does take down Pyth. The trade is there right away. Avenue living and dying by the sword of their aggression right now. They gave this bomb site up. It's Vin not looking to give Orbit a chance this round. It's still a 1 versus 2. Jumpy cannot do the same as his teammate Pith from before. Can't even do the 1 versus 2. Pith did the 1 versus 4. Where you at, man? But another round for Avenue. And like I was saying, Avenue almost lost that round from their aggression because I forget who it was. I think it was Chris that went for the flank towards B, which gave them the bomb site opening. And yeah, Avenue, pretty much what they've been doing this entire half once they've got guns was aggressive everywhere. I mean, you see people pushing down middle almost every round, a lot of A aggression, and that time almost punished for it, but not quite. As Orbit now on another save. 6-7 score line, and again, like we were saying, Orbit has already done the damage necessary, but here comes the on-frag show. 3 frags, but Chris does steal his ace. And Skitten, last man alive from the checkers. Eagle and M4. I mean, at this point, economy is not a factor for the CTs. Actually, they're pretty low. I thought they had a decent money stock built up, but it's not going to matter. They're going to have 4 guns coming into the next round, and Avenue looking to end this at 9-6. But again, Orbit, the job and damage has been done on their terrorist side.
Yeah, 6 T-side rounds. That'll be a comfy spot for them. This is Orbit's map pick, hence why Avenue started on that CT side. They were able to choose the sides. Our next map in the series is going to be Inferno, so that was Avenue's map pick. So it's always a scary feeling, though, if Orbit picks up this map and then starts CT on Inferno. That would be a difficult spot, but obviously Avenue is completely aware of this. Starting things off, though, Chris, once again with some aggression, drops Makalele. We do see Maxi down to 6 HP as well, so lots of damage already done for the CTs. The bomb situated near mid. We've got Maxi, the player that took significant damage there, just hopping around inside of A main. He's got Pyth working Squeaky as well. So just working some picks right now, but they are smoked out of mid. It looks like that's kind of where they're hoping to position themselves, as we've seen that kind of many times here for Orbit. They take mid control and then work one of the sites accordingly. Obviously, it's kind of basic cash play. Want to get control of mid if at all possible, but SHK will be holding with an M4A1S, and being that Maxi is the first one peeking, might be able to get an easy frag here, but 3 of the terrorists about to come out mid. See if they can make anything happen. Aren't, though. He is playing from vents and will be able to get Jumpy, but we do see 1 pick for the T side. Well, that's going to be the last player left alive in Skitten, so 1v4. Aren't will peek out of vents. Gives him a frag, so 50 HP, but on the flank, Chris will be able to get that frag. Actually, I don't think that was on the flank. That was from Z, wasn't it? It was from Z. So 9-6 the scoreline. That is our halftime score. And Orbit, like we were saying, they've done the damage on their T side. Now switching over CT, I imagine they're going to have a pretty darn solid CT side here. Yeah, and
Makalele's op is pretty scary on both sides, really, like, known for his entry fragging on the terrorist side, but the angles in which he peeks CT can be so random, and a lot of teams will struggle to deal with it. But Avenue here, I hope they've done their homework, because Orbit, just the raw fragging ability is going to be a lot to overcome. But Avenue, I mean, already putting up, just based upon what I've seen, it's impressed me quite a bit. I thought this was going to be a just bloody murder throughout the best of 3. But we do have a game on our hands, and I'm hoping this might even go to a best of 3. What are the next 2 maps again? We got Dust 2. This was Orbit's pick, and Dust 2, I think.
I think it's Inferno is the next
Inferno
one.
and Mirage. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So should be good, but we do have some giveaways going on, guys. So our Facebook giveaway, shout out to Cyberware as they're sponsoring that giveaway. All you need to do to get in on that, and the prize of the giveaway is a GTX 960 graphics card. So it's a very nice card that you can use to upgrade your PC. But essentially, to get in on that giveaway, you just need to go to RGN's Facebook page, like the page, and then Cyberware LLC, their Facebook page as well. As long as you're liking both of those, that's all you need to enter in on our giveaway, and we'll be announcing the winner of that on February the 15th at the end of our broadcast. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that, but really easy to enter, liking the Facebook pages. So we do have some followers and subscriber giveaways as well. Follower giveaway of Minimalware Electric Hive AWP. That's at 52,500 followers, as well as at 50 subscribers. We'll be doing the field-tested AWP Asimov. So if you guys would like, you can get in on those accordingly, but we are going live in our second pistol round here. Once again, it's Orbit versus Avenue, and this is the second match, actually, for Avenue. Orbit getting a bye in that first round, so the winner here will move on to the round of 8 and face off the winner of Kick versus Online Bot. So we already, though, have Maxi getting a crucial frag onto Arndt, but it looks like it's going to be a B-side play here for the T's.
Yeah, already a great start from Orbit, and Avenue needs to get into this bomb site immediately before the retake is on, but I don't even think it's going to matter. The law is just going to town.
That's
Man,
an
is that an ace?
Wow. Yep. He just decimated the T side of Avenue single-handedly.
Oh, man, I wasn't even watching him at all. That's too bad. I didn't even realize it was an ace before it's too late. No, we have another pause. Hopefully, the little delay we had in between halves was apparently one of the members had lost his mouse. And then one of the Orbit's members said, well, how do you lose a mouse? And then Avenue said hardwind. I have no idea what that means, but I'm glad he found his mouse.
Me as well.
So this time it is Orbit. And man, like, I was thinking this entire match, because Avenue had such a strong CT side once they got going, that if they didn't give up Orbit those 5 rounds right away, because I knew Orbit was going to win at least 4 or 5 rounds on the terrorist side, or at least highly likely. But now Avenue, since they had that such a bad start, making their T-side so hard, oh my god, they're running on each other's head, they went for a boot? That was crazy. I don't know if we caught that. They were running on each other's head from the B side of spawn, and they tried to jump him into sight, or at least distort the hitboxes or something. And now, just because of that, it's actually a quarterback sneak towards the A-bomb site, and nobody is there. But now one is rotating back. That was, I don't know if it was on purpose, but that was one of the best designed eco rounds I've ever seen. Because when you see somebody flying at you at an angle that you'd never expect, running on top of somebody's head into the bomb site, usually that's a good signal to rotate. And it did. They had Pyth sold. He rotated all the way to the B-bomb site. Everybody from Orbit was at the B-bomb site, but now, since Avenue waited all this time, I mean, they're going to try to stagger their take and make it look like it's another B-rush, but I'm not sure if Pyth is going to bite again on this. As again, the bomb is still just sitting inside the doors. But no matter what happens, oh yes, Pyth is going to bite. He's still spamming at the door, and then he goes. I'm not sure if that is going to kind of put Saitaro in stasis or what, but no. He is finally going to go into the door, and the quarterback sneak works.
There it goes.
Man,
it goes.
The eco round. This design from Avenue. I just hope that boost was on purpose because that is hilarious. And another round goes to Orbit, but in my heart, Avenue were the winners.
Yeah, I was flying around the map and I missed that, so I'm a little bit upset, but I imagine it was just a running boost.
They somehow got on each other's head and ran from spawn on each other's head and did the running boost to peek the site with a dude flying through the air.
That's amazing. That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard of. Yeah. Definitely, I'm wondering if we got that on camera. I'll have to watch the VOD to find out. But 8-9 the scoreline. Some creative play from Avenue. They get the bomb plant, and that's a great spot for them to be in. Obviously, that was the intention there. We were everybody over the B side, and even Pyth was firing at Squeaky. He's like, I bet he's behind there, but I'm going to rotate anyhow. And, of course, he comes back. He's like, you got me, man. You got me. So we'll get the defuse, though. And I don't believe there was a single frag, so 5 players left alive for the CTs. Means plenty of money, but Saitaro will open things up with a mid pick as he's up in the boost spot at mid. So getting a little aggressive there. Maxi, you can see he was right outside of Z. Makaleli is still here as well. Makaleli with a Pro 90. Interesting decision. Chooses not to upgrade there, so...
Right, quite a disparity from his bot play.
Yeah, just a little bit of a different weapon, you know, a point-blank range spam weapon compared to a one-hit kill. It is a little bit different, but we'll see how it works out as we've got multiple Ts working out mid right now. 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. I guess it depends where you're looking, but right outside of the vents is where they're hiding out. But we're going to see Skitten get 1. He's getting aggressive on these players, but Vin will put him down, and this is going all the way of Avenue as Jumpy in a 1v4. He's got a couple players fairly lit. You can see he's still situated at the B bomb site while we do see the bomb being planted at A.
Yeah, Jumpy way out of position here. I mean, that's just doesn't want to give up his gun. And that's something, when you get the bomb down on the terrace side, as Arndt takes down Jumpy, it's one of those rounds where the CTs in the meta will probably have FAMASes, maybe a few M4s, depending on how many kills they got prior. And we even saw Makaleli with a P90. So on that third round, when you could buy up AKs and everything, it is the terrace side. Even though it's a rifle round, it is still terrace sided with those AKs and everything. So Avenue need to get this second one as well, because this is Orbit's last chance to buy here, and it is a force-up. So if Avenue can take this, we're gonna be seeing at least a single save from Orbit, and another one of those strengths of picking up the third round AK on this current meta. So we'll see. Avenue can claim another one and send Orbit into poverty, as both teams actually struggling to buy. You can see Saitaro, maybe he's looking to op up or something, but he only has a Tech 9 here. A very patient play from Avenue. Very spread out. I mean, they got one player in Squeaky, one player all the way towards B all by himself, just making sure nobody from Orbit's pushes. And for the Orbit setup, they have one in the vents. They have a whole bunch of people on mid control, so really not looking to let anybody split any bomb sites. Avenue, if they want this, they're going to have to just try to rush straight up. And it looks like it is going to be a straight up AK or A take, and it's going to be up to Pyth as well as Makaleli, who still only has a scout to hold this A bomb site.
Yeah, let's see if the jumping action here, Makaleli playing from quad box. You can see him just bouncing around right now. And we'll see if he can make something happen. We'll spot the players coming in, but doesn't land a single shot. We do see Pyth get 1, but Makaleli goes down the law with 1. But this is opening up that site. Maxi, though, will push into Fort. He's going to try and get Vin, but will be denied as Jumpy and Skitten try and retake here, but smoke's everywhere. This is going to be very difficult to retake as neither of them actually going up to balcony. So Jumpy is just going to force his way into forklift, and he will force the issue, gets that frag, and now in a 2v2, it's going to be a frag going to the T's. So quickly, the round comes to an end, and Avenue pick up a very crucial round. We were talking about the money situation of Orbit. Their money is gone. So eco round here for them, and I was a little confused why they kept Saitaro on only a Tech 9, as they had enough to buy him an AK, and now they're actually swapping the Tech 9. It's like the lucky Tech 9. One of them is just going to hold on to it.
Right, just keep recycling that thing. I believe it's an Isaac. Yep. Throw Isaac around. You don't mind. But here we go. Orbit getting aggressive here, and they're pretty much aggressing everywhere with just a few people. They played a 2-1-2, but then they aggressed everywhere. So interesting eco round coming in from Orbit. It really doesn't pack the same punch as rushing somewhere when you rush with a huge ball of your numbers into a spot. But I guess it shows you why it doesn't work. I mean, everywhere they went, they died everywhere. So Makaleli looking to get at least 1 frag. There it is. And Orbit did do decent economical damage the last round to Avenue. I believe they took 3 guns down, so not wanting that terrace side money to get out of control. And Makaleli does pick up an AK here, so he can run away with this minor victory. Not going to happen. Avenue up 12-8. And I know I keep harping about this, but if they didn't have a bad start, they could have won this already.
Yeah, exactly. They would be in a really good spot, but still not so shabby at all. This isn't the kind of CT-sided map where on 12 you're still little, like, obviously they're still worried about a comeback as Orbit, a very strong team, but they could definitely make this happen here, and the T-side rounds have been...
Orbit's map choice, right?
Yeah, it is. So that's a big deal. You have the round lead on the other team's map pick. That's going to be a confidence booster, and We'll see if it helps them close this map. Right now, Vin and Saitaro both boosted up, and they're going to get an opening frag onto Maxi, but I don't think they see Skitten. He's on the other side of the smoke up mid. Skitten getting one onto Vin, but will get traded out, so it is a 4v3 here. Makalele still alive. He's on the spindle working highway. Won't spot out any T's, but he will actually go down, so Makalele very quiet in this game. Bottom fragging with 6 frags right now. So I guess the whole stand-in thing is not working out for him as of yet, but Pyth will come in with 2 very important frags, making it from a 2v4 to now a 2v2. So Pyth's been coming up big like that, and showing on the scoreboard as he's got 17 frags to his name, but over near the B site, we've got Jumpy defending well. We'll take down Chris. SHK, the last one alive, trying to work this headshot. If he can drop Jumpy, that would be crucial, but Pyth will come down and get the trade, and that's perfect game sets from him. It's not going to allow him to get away, and it's going to be one for Orbit, and a very important one as they were looking a little bit out of it.
Right. It's a good thing Makalele isn't standing in for Pyth, because Pyth has been the man, as well as Skitten. Skitten's been the guy that's getting the raw frags, but Pyth is the guy who's been clutching these rounds and putting so many on the board for Orbit. And this is a very difficult position for Orbit because they won their first round. It's just like Pistol. If you don't want to save, have to win it. Because if Orbit loses this, you look at their money, I mean, they have just over 1,000 collectively, so very dangerous spot. The law, Maxaki only has a Mag 7, and it is still a full buy for Avenue. So if Avenue can take this, wow, what a one-shot from Chris onto Jumpy. Jumpy was just peeking back and forth just a little bit. And Chris was able to find the headshot. So, great start from Avenue. And again, this is going to send Orbit back to the Stone Age with their money. I mean, they cannot afford to lose this, so they have to bring this round back somehow. And we have one of them still stuck in checkers. Skitten cannot find his way out, but he does have to burn his own smoke to get out of there. But he does make away with his life. So, still Orbit in this 4 versus 5 must-win situation. Horrible start from Jumpy. I mean, he just wanted to get that early advantage, but instead, it was him who gave it up. And now, it's going to be the man who has been putting up the numbers for Orbit to hold this A-bomb site. Everybody from Avenue is priming up for this take. He does have the law coming in. That's Maxaki to help him, but it's really going to be up to Pyth to hold this off.
Yeah, an AK-47 in hand. He does have the law with the Swag 7 here, and here comes the play as they're coming out of Squeaky and Main. 1 frag with the Swag 7. Can he get a second? Pyth will get 2. So make it 3 frags, actually 4 between the 2 of them. As now it's only Vin, and Makalele will be able to finish off that round. So good hold from Orbit as they try and just force their way in. But that Swag 7 near dropping that first player. And then Pyth from Quad peeking out. Very nice crossfire from the 2. And then Makalele finishing things off. So Orbit not out of this as 12 to 10. They are on the favorite side of the map and are now facing off against an ecoing Avenue. We'll see if they can put what should be an easy round on the board, but we've seen crazier things with these Tech 9 plays. So just coming out A main real quick. Pyth will get 2 early on, make it 3. Gets the 4. Can he get the ace? He can't finish it off. Makalele will though. And the slaughter by Pyth, padding his stats even further.
And yeah, Pyth, this man just stopped trying to rush him. He got dinked. The moment they peeked him, he got dinked down to nothing. And then the smoke came up, and then that was it. He just wrecked them all through the smoke. Pyth stepping up huge for his team. And the round before that for Avenue, with that Mag 7 setup with Pyth, it was Maxaki and Pyth. Had Avenue, I've seen this a few times this match, if they just executed a little bit sooner, of course they can't know what we know spectating, but if they would have executed just a little bit sooner, that setup would have not been ready. But Avenue, not giving up just yet. They do take down Maxaki. That's the first rag by Saitaro, but look at Skitten. He's coming up into the smoke. Is anybody watching it? Skitten could end this round right here and now. Is he even going to take this first frag is the question. Okay, he does take down SHK. He's looking for the second. Now he's getting pinched himself. He is just in the middle of all the action here, and Chris can't take him down, and Orbit is stabilizing. And now we're probably looking at a 12 to 12. Avenue was looking like they had such a great chance. They are not out of this round just yet, though. Aren't on to Skitten. Still have an AWP, and oh no, Saitaro misses a critical shot onto Makalele. Could have evened it up. And now Makalele, man, he doesn't want a bottom frag anymore. He's looking for some kills, but instead it is him that goes down. And now this puts Avenue in a great position in this 2 versus 1 coming into the B bomb site. Saitaro can't pick though. Jumpy has the angle on him. Of course, he doesn't know that. Where does Avenue go? They have to gamble here. And Saitaro goes down. Avenue did not want to take into the B bomb site. Arndt rotated out of position, which leaves Jumpy safe for the meantime, but Arndt is closing in. He takes him down, 15 seconds to plant the bomb, but Pike is on the flank, and he has all the time in the world. He might even be able to listen to where Arndt goes. Arndt cannot think that he's flanking this quickly, but where is Pike going to go? It looks like he's opting for the checkers area. Arndt's looking the wrong way. Easy frag for Pike, and now all tied up. Orbit brought it back, and Pike even looking to grab that off. I wonder if he can. Arms too, not long enough. Got those alligator arms. You know, some of us have when it's a struggle. But 12-12, and now Orbit have switched it on Avenue, and now it's Avenue who are the ones in trouble.
Yeah, tie scoreline definitely going to favor Orbit in their map pick, and being on the CT side, certainly they're sitting in a good spot. We will see a buy-up from Avenue, as they do have some money to play with, so AKs across the board. But yeah, that 1v1, Pyth comes up big once again. We've been giving him credit and where it's deserved. As
yeah, how many clutches? He's clutched like 5 rounds.
I don't know. I'm gonna look at the stats for this map after while we go to a quick break and just see how many times he actually clutched, because it's been quite a few. But Makalele will open up the round here, but it's gonna be Skitten who gets 1, but will get dropped. Makalele will get a 2nd. So Jumpy as well. This is falling apart. Avenue will be able to push through the B-bomb site, but it's not going to help when the bomb has been dropped inside of the site. So good round from Orbit, not so much from Avenue.
Yeah, I'm wondering Avenue's a little on tilt at this point, because I saw Vin just... He wasn't going for the headshot with that spray. He was just letting it rip the whole time. And Avenue, after having so many of these rounds come down to just very odd man situations, like numbering under 4 people, they didn't have to go for that B rush, and they did, and now they have to save as a result of it. So I'm wondering if Avenue kind of on tilt right now. Hopefully not for them, but that was a giveaway round. Of course, they might have thought they had some success in the B bomb site. That's why they went for the rush, but they got stuffed. They got housed horribly. And now, Orbit has finally taken the lead again in this match. Skitten on to Saitaro again, only an eco round for Avenue. But I don't like this attempt from them, because look how spread out they are. I mean, when they take the bomb site, what are they going to hit it with? 1 or 2 numbers? They got to try to fake middle. Middle's like been held very well by Orbit so far. You can see Orbit time and time again playing inside these vents. And when you boost a guy in these vents, it allows for such quick rotates, and it's so difficult for the terror side to deal with this position, because not only do they have to look in the site when they're trying to come in, and here it comes, Skitten drops down. Nobody was ready for it from Avenue, and that is going to be a quick cleanup. Skitten fighting for that first frag spot, or top fragger, and Pyth is holding on to it, but Skitten does have more frags, but Avenue, pretty much last chance here.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're going to go for some sort of Vents play where we've seen it a lot from the top tier teams. They realize, like you were saying, the Vents position just so... It's such a powerful position, but one of the things you can do is you can Molotov into Vents and then have people waiting in B halls for that player to drop into checkered after he doesn't want to burn a lot. So that's a play if you know that they're utilizing it. So we're going to see. Once again, Orbit has a player inside of there, but as of now, no Molotov play yet. Does look like it's going to be an A play, as SHK already opened up Squeaky, so a little bit of noise made, but they're going to get Makalele onto the balcony. There's 2 players still in sight, though. It's going to be Pyth from Quad. Gets 1, make it 2. Chris close up on site will finally drop both players holding. So now making it a 3v1 as Arndt gets a frag onto Jumpy. It's all up to Skitten. So 1v3 is very close to the site. Will get peeked as he gets Saitaro, but Arndt will return the frag. So Avenue not out of this. 14-13. They put another one on the board, and luckily for Orbit, they have enough to buy in this next round. But things are getting close here.
Yeah, I mean, judging off of the CSGO or lounge odds, this was going to be a stomping, and it is not the case. Avenue has had numerous chances to put this away, pretty much, or in terms of the economy game, pretty much end Orbit's chances. And they did lose those key rounds, but they have won one of the last remaining chances they have. Again, with the boost is Orbit. And unless Avenue can do something to punish this position, like maybe a la the Molotov you were talking about, this is going to really hurt their chances because Skitten, they pretty much have 4 playing A right now. They have one guy in the... It's like they have a 6-man with this position. They have one guy who can both play checkers and middle and then rotate to A super fast, as well as their middle guy. So Avenue needs to put a stop to this. But for the setup of Orbit, they have the Law or Maxaki just watching the boost position. So it puts Avenue in a really tough spot to deal with this. They do have one Molotov. And now, I kind of like this from Avenue. I mean, they're slowing it down. They went for a quick A take and they went for a quick B take, but now they're slowing it down, and they've had a lot of success doing this before. And now they are setting up for a mid smoke. SHK walking all the way back into their spawn to do it, and they are going to take the mid take. Oh no, and the Vents player has dropped down. This is critical. Now Avenue is going to have a lot easier time taking middle. As I say that, Maxaki on the Chris, and now the A pinch is on Pyth. Another chance to pad those stats and come up big. Oh no, faltering is Avenue, and Orbit takes the 15th round, and Avenue's money is hurting right now. Only can buy a few rifles, and let's hope they got some fancy Tech 9 skins, because they need to bust those out right now.
Exactly. It's going to be a kitchen sink buy, as Ricky Rath would say. Not the optimal buy they were hoping for, but they tried to take that A site, but didn't work out as McLily and Pyth holding once again. Pyth 1 frag away from a 30 bomb. Skitten, he's already made it there, so waiting for him is his teammate. We'll see how this round goes. Fighting for overtime here is Avenue. Again, we keep mentioning it, those early rounds in this match just oh so crucial to Orbit's victory here. And the loss, obviously, if Avenue drops. But we'll see. We still have some rounds to play out. Orbit could close it off here, and Vin already down to 19 HP. That's a good start for the CTs. But he's right outside of Vents. We'll see if they can make something work here. But no, Skitten will put him down. That's a great first frag, as once again, Skitten playing from Vents. So the bomb just situated right outside of mid-warehouse. Looks like it's going to be a B-side play. Skitten will hit another frag onto Chris. So a 3v5 here as things are falling apart. Saitaro close to site. Does have an AWP in hand, but...
Look at this spot by McAlealy.
Ooh, I like it. It's a great boost spot.
Yeah, super fancy spot. Now Avenue, numbers dwindling as well as their chances here. Only 2 up. And Orbit is not worried about a thing right now. They got a 2-1-2 setup this late into the round. Jumpy going to be the man to end the match. It looks orange, goes down to Jumpy. Skitten with the quick assistance frag. And that is going to be a first map for Orbit. A lot closer than a lot.